WINGY Boxing IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here with Dean White. What's going on, Dillian Whyte'S brother? You good?
How you doing?
I'm good. Let's move a little to the right under the light. That's
yeah.
better, man. Got to get a brother in the light. How you feeling, man? What's good?
I'm good. Dylan's well. Obviously, he's just training and stuff, and he's just focusing on December the 22nd.
What's it like being the brother of Dillian Whyte, man?
It's hard. He's on to me all the time. We tend to fight a lot when we're in camps together and whatever. We clash on everything.
What's that? Just opinions on boxing and
everything. It doesn't matter what. If I say it's purple, he'll say it's green. Then he say, "Hey, what do you want to do about it? Fight about it?" And I say, "Fair enough." And then I try and get hold of him. You know what I mean? When he's not looking, he's too strong. He's young and a bit too strong right now.
Was he always like that when he was young? Like you two, sort of like?
Listen, this is for years.
Right.
We've just clashed all the time. So it's just one. Even after the press conference the other day, it was just a basic conversation about something and it just got heated. It's just one of those things, you know what I mean?
What did you think of the first Chisora fight with your brother on the result? Some people had Chisora winning, some people had Dillian winning. Honestly, obviously you're going to be biased to a degree, but
no.
As
one thing, I'm not biased. I'll tell you what. This is how I'll look at it like this. Because of the eye-catching shots, when you watch the replays, those are big, heavy shots. His head was flashing back, left, right, loads of little things, So when you look at those, they're eye-catching shots. So people are looking into that and saying, well, it's what you like, the pressure coming forward, the big, heavier shots. But then if you look more into it because it is boxing, and look into intricate, the more cuter, slicker shots were from Dillian, and he was using his jab a lot still. And he was catching him with uppercuts and left hooks and so on. So the actual clean boxing was coming from him. But yet again, the very strong, heated pressure was coming from Chisora. But I think Dillian fought his fight on that time, and he beat him at his own fight. It was definitely a very, very close fight, Some people argue that it could have been a draw, there shouldn't have been a loser. That's debatable, but listen, the record's done. It's in the books, it's a W. They've got a chance to go and do it again now on December the 22nd. But this time we hope Dillian's a lot stronger, fitter and bigger, and he should go out there and box cleaner and not engage and do what Chisora wanted him to. Basically, what I'm putting out is fight Chisora's fight. Just go and be Dillian Whyte. The best Dillian Whyte beats the best Chisora. Simple.
Do you think it's going to be like around 13 they're going to continue, or obviously you can't give away tactics, or do you think we're going to see, without giving away what it's going to do, different things, a different type of fight from what you've seen?
I couldn't tell you. At the minute I'm in the camp, I'm only just getting over an injury myself, so I've not been training as hard, but I'm definitely coming back from that, so I'm going to start getting involved and being in the camp over the next few weeks. But like you said, I don't want to give too much away, but these guys are warriors. If fighting is what is needed, they'll fight. If boxing is what is needed, they'll box. It's a fight, it's a boxing match, and what I'm sure we'll see all kind of things on the night. But what I don't think Chisora has improved, and I don't believe he'll change anything. But what I do know is Dillian has improved, and potentially he might change something. Who knows? You know what I mean? But we're going to have an explosive fight, man, because when Derek Chisora fought Dillian, he raised his game tenfold. And then since then, he's never fought at that kind of urgency or, purpose again. And we haven't seen that. So now that he's got David Hay in his corner, he might give him that mental edge to train hard and have that belief in himself again that, you can rise. You can be the star that rises again. You've got a big opportunity here that you could overrun Dillian and become mandatory in the WBC and the mandatory in the WBO and so on, whatever rankings we're in. So it's a big opportunity for Chisora. So, but me personally, you can't substitute youth. Dillian is the younger man and the stronger man. So as you saw in Takam fight, I think he was getting really busted up. And then he pulled it out the bag. He pulled an amazing shot out the bag and got the win. So we've got to give him credit for that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's going to get lucky with those kind of shots. So, but listen, anything can happen in heavyweight boxing. That's one thing we all know.
Do you, it's hard to think, is Dillian, does he have a genuine sort of like need or grudge with Chisora? Because sometimes when we're watching as fans, we think, they don't really like each other. And then other times you think it's business kind of thing. You're laughing there, man.
And I'm laughing because Dill is just Dill, innit?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't think he even cares two ways about Chisora in that aspect. Obviously, if you've got something to say about him, he'll answer your questions. You know, no questions won't go unanswered for you. There's no free shots. He will not stand for free shots. Whatever it is, indirectly, sideways, you know that he won't stand for that. He's a man's man, and he's gonna pull you. If he can't get you now, he'll find you at the fight and he'll say, "Hey bud, how you doing? You alright? What was that you were saying on Instagram? What was you saying that on Twitter? Oh, you know, whatever it is."
And then you see
he'll
you run
confront
quick.
you. Exactly. So yeah, it's just one of those situations.
What do you think of the Usyk-Bellew fight, man? What's your take on that from a...
It's an amazing fight. I'm surprised this actually happened, because obviously Bellew was fighting at heavyweight for a while and he's done really well. He cleaned up David Haye and he got an amazing stoppage. A lot of people did write him off, and he's been written off a lot of times, and he's managed to come back from that and resurrected his career. Especially, it was at the tail end a few years back, and he resurrected it because he was virtually like on the one, thinking, he lost to Stevenson, Cleverly, and there's like a few fights in that show. So he was like, that rematch again, and came back and won. So he was on that one, and then he just gone up to heavyweight, and then won the WBC and then gone up to heavyweight. So he's done amazing. But in this instant here, I'm not sure, because Usyk is a brilliant boxer. He's done great as an amateur. He's won everything you can as an amateur. He's come into the pros and just continued. He's only had 15 fights, I think it is, Yeah.
Something like 14 or 15, yeah.
No, I believe it's 15, because last night I watched something and he was 14 and he beat Gassayev, so it'll be 15 and 0, So he's 15 and 0 and he's undisputed. It's crazy what he's done. It's phenomenal, in fact. So now you have a man that's done everything in the amateurs, had vast experience in the amateurs, now coming to the pros and fought big punchers, strong guys, feared guys, revered guys, and now he's coming and taking them all out, giving them a boxing lesson. So now it is, you got the underdog in Bellew that people write off time and time again, that's jumped into the fire and said, listen, I don't give a shit, listen, I want them belts. So you got to give him his credit that he's saying, listen, I'm going to give it one last hurrah and fight this, the guy that say everyone I can't beat and can't be beaten. For me, I believe there's two ways this fight kind of pans out. I believe Usyk will win on points. I don't think he's got any kind of power that he stops Tony Bellew. But then I also believe if Tony Bellew will knock him out. So it's kind of a one of two ways it will go. So I believe Tony Bellew has the power to knock him out. Tony Bellew is very clever. He's a very smart fighter. He's got a good jab and his left hook's very, very good. So, and Usyk gives people opportunities. As you've seen, he's been hit by Gassayev, but that was alright. That was alright. He got caught with a big right.
And Brady's got through a few times, didn't he,
as well? And that's another big puncher. This is what I was talking about. He's fought these guys who are big punchers also, and he's managed to come out on top. And that punch he hit was right, like maybe not on the chin, but on the jaw. Still, it was a very big shot. And he didn't even stumble, didn't phase him. But the bell went. But he looked kind of like he took it well anyway. So we're gonna see come Saturday night how it works. But like, he's got exceptional movement. So it's gonna be you're gonna have a strong lion, hungry. Obviously, will be the Lions' den for Usyk, because this is virtually home from home, Liverpool, Manchester. So you have an amazing reception with the fans. And let's see if Usyk can handle that noise. He's probably been in it quite a few times to be honest, in everything he's done. But we're gonna see come Saturday. But I believe it's one of the two ways it will go. It will be Usyk winning clear on points, or it will be Bellew with a stoppage, which I believe he can do if he catches him.
Well, Dean White, thank you for speaking to Wingy Boxing IFL TV. I want to delve into Mr. White here a little bit more in another interview. Maybe get a sit down with you, see what's going on.
Yeah, no doubt, man. My pleasure.
Thanks for speaking to us, brother. Appreciate that.
Excellent.